Oh my god. Hmm?
What this means is the provisioning of different services on the web
Mm.
that wherever you are,
Let me
you
turn
will
up
still
the
have
light.
access to those. Most of the times, we use the
Mm.
cloud storage facilities like
I'm
Google
so
Drive or
cold.
OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive, or Dropbox, or whatever other Apple cloud, whatever other
My
storage
head is
facilities
hurting
we
me.
have out there, right? We tend to utilize a lot of cloud storage because these days, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of demand for storage. Like every organization,
Mm.
think about a school. You have a LMS. Students are uploading their work, you are uploading work. So there's a constant demand for storage. This is something that I don't know if it's going to change anytime soon, but this is a big thing. And it's very, very serious because a lot of times, when cyber attacks occur, or sorry to go into that direction,
Turn
but when we study the
around
reality,
since
they
I
usually
know you.
target your data,
Tap my
right?
nose.
Because that's at the
My
heart
tap
of
is
a lot
singing.
of businesses, your data. So you want to make sure that you have your backup, and it's why cloud is something that is a lot of companies are using because, excuse me, if you have it on just a thumb drive or hard drive, it can get access once somebody get access to that device or that
Let
network,
me see.
and
Can
then
I
basically encrypt your data or whatever,
again?
right? Then if you don't have anything in the cloud or you don't have another backup elsewhere, then that's gonna be it for you, right? So cloud storage is a big deal. It's a big thing, and you can see why it is growing and why it's so important and critical for us to ensure we have access to cloud computing, storage, and also other services like apps and all of that, right? Because we have even a lot of the apps that we use today are built on top of what we call software as a service. Is a type of cloud services model, right? That provides you with access to different software free of charge. Okay, in a lot of cases, and you don't have to worry about anything. You just use the software, do what you need to do, and that's it. You just store your, I guess, worry about where you store your data or how you manage that, and that's it. Okay. So I just kind of provided a little bit more description, or should I say, outline here for you, the audio and video. We look at different ways. So when I think online, or is student created, or is collaborative or engaging, right? You're
Mm.
looking at different ways to download or get access to that, whether it's streaming, whether it's a YouTube channel as a teacher, you're uploading your video that you create, your content that you're creating for your course, your class, etc. Right? There are different examples. You have audio, your video, excuse me, and so on. And there are tools like Animoto on YouTube. You can go to be able to get access to these different media as well. And I'm sure there are more. You can probably tell me different platforms that you guys use for video to get access to videos for your courses or for yourself. Um, Apart from YouTube, what are some of the other sources that you guys use for videos
Okay.
in your classroom? Where do you go to find videos or to download or get access to video content? Oh boy, TikTok. TikTok. Okay. TikTok. I don't know. Yeah,
Three.
TikTok. There we go. For the younger folks, I'm old, so Johelyn, yes. Yeah, we are
It's not
old.
going in.
Okay. There's an application in China called Bilibili. It's basically YouTube. China has their own everything. Everything. So it's uh-huh. Okay, Bilibili. Bilibili. Yeah, that's what we use here. That. Wow. All right. Yeah, very interesting. So TikTok, we know TikTok is very popular as well. All right. Anna Marie, YouTube. I guess just like my
Hi,
students were saying,
guys,
they're
I'm
moving away from
freezing.
Facebook now because a lot of old people are there. I guess maybe it's the same thing with YouTube too. A lot of young people are going elsewhere like TikTok and other places, Instagram, I guess, right? Bilibili, where the younger folks are. So, thank you, Anna Marie, or Anne Marie and Oscar. I
Mr.
don't feel so
Sage.
lonely in this old people category. So, yeah. All right.
Mr.
So let me just
Sage.
look at the other information that they're sharing here. Just looking once again at collaborative websites, and we can see some of what they have here, such as wikis, like Wikipedia. You can go there to be able to
Why?
find information, and these are pretty much free for, I mean, it's free, but I mean, it's also available for anyone to be able to go and make edits and so on. So that's wikis. Wikipedia is one of them. You have Wikispace and others. Um, they have also blogs, and blogs were popular at one point, right? You have blogger.com, and even I know um, there's a lot of other blogs sites that have popped up in recent times. But they also have what we call mashups, and of course social networking. Data mashups are websites that bring together content from a variety of resources or even sources, right? And
It's been a
they create sites
while.
that are new
Yeah,
and
been a
different from the
while.
original sites. For example, online news media sites combine text, video, audio, and real-time information, right? That is updated
And did we animal?
frequently. So it's just a way to be able to get access. It's almost like a hub or a portal or something like that,
Agree.
right? To different information very easily. So just mentioning that students can take advantage of these sites to learn about different subject areas, all right? And for example, they can utilize mashups for geography or mapping skills. Can use mashup sites that contains mapping and satellite
I mean, it's
information.
tick, 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 tick.
Right? We know Google Maps, for example, has Google has Google Maps. They have Google. What do you call this one? Google Earth,
Mm-hmm.
right? And other kind of information that you can blend together to be able to do unique things. So those are some of the ways that you can utilize those tools, right? Of course, as we see, wikis allow you to create or write content. Blog also allow you to do that. Social networking, allow you to facilitate kind of social interaction. You talk about TikTok, Facebook, WhatsApp, and I know you've used these tools in creative ways. You probably can share with us if you don't mind. Probably creative ways in which you have utilized maybe a blog or a website or a social media site or something. Of course, in collaboration with maybe yourself, smartphones, photos, and other things. Anyone want to share? Just give me an interesting way or a creative way in which you, or maybe even you allow your students to use these tools. Once again, still for the purpose of learning
Hi.
within your classes.
Why is this thing not working?
Sure. Let me see. Tasha, Tasha, Stephanie, Simone, Sabrina, Romario, Kavisha.
Right. I guess I can share. So in terms of what is on screen,
May I try
good
click
evening
on
by the way.
Missy the
In
class
terms
come
of
up
what
in module?
is
I'm trying to
on
click on
screen,
it, but it not load.
for the
Oh, look on the
social networking,
academics. All right.
in one of my previous teaching jobs, I was teaching maths then. I wasn't focused on IT and I was teaching maths and some IT courses. We used to use, I would post questions from the class on Snapchat and so forth because at that time the students were heavily on Snapchat. So I'll just post things there so they can go and look at it, use it, answer the question, and snap it back if they can. So I think that is, I guess, one unique and creative way.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing that. Really appreciate it. All right. So, anyone else? You can look at once again whether it's wiki, blogs, social media, etc. Yes, I see Grace and I see your hand. Go
Oh,
ahead.
come in never talk.
Term
Because
lovely
me I try to
classroom,
search you
but
something right now.
what I
That's why you're
encourage
not hear me at
colleagues to do
talk.
is to use Facebook.
But that's the reason.
So the discussion forum is on Facebook.
Okay.
So that works, right?
Yes, there we go. It works.
My students might have an issue. I'd have to probably post things on maybe like
Marcos.
You know, I heard that too.
like
Don't laugh. So when I
maybe TikTok,
suggested
maybe
Facebook
TikTok.
in the meeting, they told me it's not Facebook anymore. It's only what? What's the comment? Was that? It's only
No one
it's
uses
only
Facebook
old
again.
people on Facebook, right? I was told that. So I think they changed it to Instagram. I haven't seen it, but yeah, it went like that.
I guess this one.
Yes, and John Williams was saying probably he could use TikTok as well. So yeah, I've never. I'll be honest with you. I've never tried using TikTok or Facebook. I use WhatsApp sparingly too. But I want to hear because maybe someone is probably going to inspire me and motivate me to to utilize social media
Hi.
websites in a creative way.
Hello.
So I'm still not there yet. I'll
No.
leave it there. Still not there yet, but looking for some inspiration.
Us both, sir, because I'm learning just as you.
Okay, thank you, Renise. Yeah, but there's always, once again, there's always the danger, as I said, sometimes to get distracted by other things. But if this is where the students are, and you realize that this is something that you can use in a positive way, then why not utilize it? There are other teachers around the world who are using these in creative ways and be able actually to to be able to effectively engage there. So it's not just a matter of just using
Do
it
you have WhatsApp?
because you just say,
Yes,
okay, let me try
I
out something.
do.
Yeah, that too.
But I don't give out
But
my
they're actually
WhatsApp
effectively
information.
engaging
However, you can follow me
their
on my
students
socials,
in learning. Because by
on
the
my
way,
TikTok, on
there's
my
a lot of content
Instagram.
on social media. Some would
In the
classify
meantime,
YouTube. If you put that in that category, I could say, okay, I'm there, but I'm not on the Facebook or the TikTok yet or Instagram yet. Okay, but the point is that you can
mm,
utilize these tools because they are tools, right? Yes, you may say, oh, sometimes you may think, oh, it's just a waste of time or whatever. Yeah, but you posting something positive there or something that can engage them in learning would even kind of focus their attention on something more constructive rather than, as you would say, if you have that mindset that, oh,
I'm
they're
in
just wasting
Norway.
time or whatever. But
Oh,
if you now
welcome. It's the
focus
first
on
time having
putting
somebody on
content
from
there that is
Norway.
positive or
Guys, I
is
am
in
so
relation to their learning, then no, you're kind of
overwhelmed. I don't know.
pushing them towards now a more positive um, use of those tools, and they may be able to see it in even a different light as well. All right, because these are tools. Anywhere you go on YouTube, you have good content, or should I say, you have productive content, right? You have others that are not so
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
productive, right? And my son was saying nonsense. But in essence, once again,
So,
you
why?
know,
How was your guys' day?
just look into
For
it
me,
a little bit
although me
open
have
minded. I mean,
breeze,
I'm
we
learning from you
slaughter
guys as well.
chickens today again
Tasha, you're
at
saying that you
work.
use YouTube
So
most
it was
often,
a
and I may allow Chat GPT. That's wait,
it was a
is it?
busy day,
Sorry,
to be
Chat
honest.
GPT during class, but not for
My
you.
eyes are shutting
Yeah.
down.
With AI too, I see Joylyn. Yes, I see your hand.
Just a quick interjection here, so before you go forward.
Mm,
I saw where they asked us to do an evaluation, and I don't know if the others saw, but it's
mm.
asking
You
us
should come
to
to me to
comment
Norway.
on
What would you
the
have me
grading.
do in Norway? Like, what
But
are
I know
some
that you said that you have to
activities
grade
or
our
things that
work until the
would
end of the
pique my
class.
interest?
So is there a deadline for this evaluation? Because it must say, because we can't comment on the grading because nothing has been graded.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. So I guess it's you can do it. Yeah, closer to the end of the course. I think would be.
A person's always into me. Oh, I should
Yeah, I
come to
don't.
Nigeria
I'm
and I
not
should come
sure
to
if
Norway,
there's
if
a
I come
deadline,
here and there.
but
What would
I
you guys
know.
have me
I
do
mean,
there? Oh my god, the
when you say
bug
deadline,
under
well,
my
I
eye
have
is
a deadline
crazy.
because I've got your grades in, at least your final grades and so on, within a certain time period. But after we are through with the live sessions on Wednesday, today's Monday, right? Then I will be able to get some time now to go through, and I can share that feedback with you on the Moodle platform. All right, I've already started for assignment number one, but yeah, still working on that. All right, so yeah, yeah, thank you too. I appreciate that.
The ad
All right,
creative,
so
welcome back.
once again, there are
How
different,
are you?
things you can do to be creative,
How do you
and
spend your day today? Have a great
once
and
again, just
wonderful
think about
day.
it and
So far,
make a small
I
step.
am very.
I
You see the
remember
bags under
when
my eyes? I am very
I first
tired. I
started
went to bed
YouTube, it
after
was
one last
a friend
night
of mine that
submitting two
encouraged me
assignments.
to at
So
least
for
create some content
yesterday
for my
at home, I
students,
slaughtered
right? Because I still wasn't
chickens
into
for like my home and my
that
mom's
stuff
small
in terms of
business,
YouTube
and
and
then
all of that. And that
for
was some time ago.
work we
I think that was
slaughtered
in
chickens all day,
2017.
over
Yeah,
100
that was
chickens
like
today.
almost 10 years ago
So it
actually
was a
that
very,
started. So
very, very,
I
very,
mean, you
very,
have to start
very
somewhere
busy day.
in terms of
Not gonna lie,
exploring, the use of different tools or
I'm
different
so
web
sleepy and I have
tools
one assignment to
in
submit
your
tonight,
classes. So I appreciate
and
what
I
you
have
have
to get
shared
it
so
done by
far.
12 o'clock.
And if there's anyone else
I'm
who
just so
once again
tired,
still
to be
want to share,
honest. So that was my day. It was
once
a
again,
busy day.
your
February
way
has been
or
so
creative
busy
way,
for me,
or it doesn't have
but
to
every day has
be
been
creative per se,
meaningful,
but your
and
use of
has been good.
these tools, and how it has impacted your students. Um,
Since when are you
yeah.
small?
So I know once again that there are some other issues that they
Alright,
delve into here related to security and privacy as well. Uh, we, I think
did
we
not
talked
tell me
earlier
your age.
about
Oh, I
AI,
am
and one of the
23 years
things I know,
old.
one of the major
Today, while I was
concerns,
on the farm
apart
working,
from
one of the
that
students said, "Mr.
students
look
are
like
just
you're
like
17."
using AI,
I'm
generative
23.
AI, to just do their work, is the plagiarism and intellectual property and all of that, is the use of
Yeah,
personal
may I smell if
information,
me have been smoke.
right? So one of the things we have to be cognizant of, especially, I mean, with the use of AI, because they tell you this as well, right? The creator of the tool tell you not to use any personal information in there, right? Nothing personally identifiable information. So phone number, email address, all these different things. You probably don't want to do that, because this can be a security privacy, yes, but it could also
Alright,
be a security issue.
be it
Another thing
resolved.
too, generally speaking, in terms of the use of different software, right? You want to encourage your students to be able to understand not to give out personal information when they're even on these platforms. It depends on, once again, age group and different levels and maturity and all of
You
that.
can get to know me
But I
more on
know, I'm
my
trying to
social media
remember,
platforms.
if
You can
Facebook,
also
there's been
subscribe on
a
here.
push for, is it Facebook again, or is it, I think it's spread across the board for these different tools to be able to filter out more accurately children or process their information. But there is some
So
battle going
if
on
you're in
there
your
because
40s, could you date someone who
the
is 30?
social media
I
companies are
could,
saying, well, if
if
they
they're
do that, they'll have to
mature
process the
and they
data
make
of
sense.
children, and so
I
they're
believe I
saying that there is
could.
going to be some kind of conflict there because there's
Why
some
not, you
laws
know?
that talks about that data protection and other laws, and the children there's I think it's COPPA, you have COPPA and some other laws deals with protecting children's privacy online. Okay, so there are a number of issues, but one of the things
I
they're
don't.
emphasizing again is to
It's not like
encourage
a
students not to give
big
out
issue.
these information, phone
Because a
number,
lot of people have
addresses,
age gaps and they date
email
people with age
address,
gaps. So
any other
I don't
personally
see the big issue,
identifiable
to be honest.
information, ID
Personally
numbers, and all
speaking.
these different things. And in some cases too, you may need the parent permission to be able to use different tools or software, or depending on the age group. Once again, the students to be engaged in using these different tools. Joylin, I see your hand. You can comment or question if you
Guys,
have one.
I'm sorry,
I
so
don't
let me
know
know
what
what
I'm
that handle.
getting subscriptions
Okay.
for.
All right. So yeah. So these are definitely real concerns, and I know that even as a parent, one of the things, okay, even as teachers too, I
Guys, if you
guess,
have your
if you're
questions, you can let
using,
me know.
if you're using like tablets and tablets at some point in Jamaica at different schools, I
Give me a
don't know
second.
how
Give me
this
a second.
your information with certain
It's muted for a
uh,
second, guys. I'm on a
by
call,
default
so
you
give
want
me
to
a
change
second.
those. Especially for different age groups that may be considered to be children. I'm trying to remember this age 13.
Guys, hey.
You have to be at least age 13, I think, to have an account with Facebook. And some of these, it may vary with some of these other platforms. You can correct me if you
Let me
you know
see
you
what
have
I can
stats
do
or
on
the
this
data
paper
on that,
because I don't know what I'm
right? But
doing, to be
I
honest.
mean, at this age, at 13, you're still basically a child, and so you still have to monitor your engagement, whether it's at a parent level or as a teacher, to ensure, right, that the security and the privacy aspect of things are taken care of, at least on your side. So 13 Ken is confirming, yeah. All right, and so as I said, your role as a teacher, you want to make sure that you're responsible, you know, take the responsibility to ensure
Might pick
that
up.
the tools you're using are safe for your children or the students, and that you guide them in terms of the appropriate behavior and how they should conduct themselves while using the tools. So once again, it could be WhatsApp, it could be Facebook. We're still looking at those tools as we said before, because we're talking about how we can use them creatively in the classroom, right? So those are important.
Hey, look, I have a
So
hiccup.
just bear those in mind
I have
as
a
we
hiccup.
also segue into looking at the advantages and limitations of using the tools. So they mentioned portability, because they're saying that information can be accessed and used anywhere on any device. Yes, that's true. And the ease of producing. Alright, this is one of the things I like, because you, in terms of content creation, okay, I mean, you could even allow your students to create content too, depending on what it is. So if it's something like you know, they're doing a video of the environment or something like that, right? It could be for any different reasons. You can engage them in creating their own videos, their own content. Um, Authentic audience, they're saying, when developing literacy and communication skills, interactive tools such as blogs and wikis offer opportunities to reach readers beyond the classroom who can provide valuable feedback. All right, there is connectedness. Communication among students
How are you
is
doing today?
facilitated,
I'm doing
encouraging collaboration
very.
as well.
I'm depleted, but
Social
I'm doing
awareness,
okay.
especially with all of these social tools. Right, students become more sensitive
Identify the
through the
audience.
use of social networking sites. Right, and of course the free, yeah, we all know that, we all enjoy that part, right? And the limitations here is
Yeah,
that
I'm
require
busy. I'm in a
hardware
class. I'm
sometimes,
doing an
sophisticated
assignment.
hardware,
My head is
right? That
hurting, but we
you know, whether it be
prevail.
I don't know,
You
it
know?
depends, I guess, because most times you just need a smartphone. But if you need maybe a let's say augmented reality glasses or other tools, then it can be a little bit sophisticated or complicated there. Quality of messages, they're saying, because they are easy to produce and free, many types of Web 2.0 postings are of poor quality and it's not well prepared. So a lot of the content out there on the social media may not be
Guys,
in
if
a
you're new to the
format
channel, hit
or,
that
you
subscribe
know,
button. My lips
structured or
feel
formal way,
chapped
so to
and
speak.
burnt up.
There's a credibility issue as well. Just because
I
it
live in
appears on the web does
Jamaica.
not make it authentic or
Basic knowledge.
authoritative source. And so,
Vernon.
you know, there are different ways to check for credibility of your sources. You want to look for the author, you know, what is who is, I mean, what credentials that person have, whether it's up to date, and all of that. Where is the information found, and you know, which website? Is it a website that is authentic, or should I say one of those official websites and all of that? So there's also
Did
the
you see
safety
what I
issues
asked?
mentioned, that
Yes, I thought I saw
because
what
of
you
the open
asked.
nature of
Oh,
resources,
you said
it's
that you're
essential that
back.
users understand the need for caution
That
and
was all
concern
that you
when sharing your
said.
personal
Can you be
information.
friends? You can be friends by
Okay.
you subscribing.
So as a teacher, once again, you're gonna help them to be able to guide them, and you want to use your rubric as usual to select those tools as you try to make a decision, as to what tools you're using. All right. So some of the things that we would have
So let's
discussed
do this
today
little by little.
would have defined cyber learning
Pace
and
by
looked at
pace.
some of the examples or applications in the classroom. All right. Would have gone through the whole literacy aspect of this as well and how it can be used different ways. Would have looked at some of the Web 2.0 resources. Right. We talked about social networking challenges and some of the different things that we have to be aware of for our students in terms of the social and ethical issues. All right. And so we're going to segue now into just sharing some information on how we can utilize Google Forms, within our classroom as well for surveys, etc. And we're going to probably look at creating a little feedback survey as well. So let me stop this share, and then I'm going to be putting back the attendance register. For those who have not yet signed, you can go ahead and sign this one.
A 17-year-old is still in high school for some.
All right, so
I guess it depends on where you are in
the
life.
next thing I
So
want
the
to jump
40s,
into,
30s
as I said, is
thing, that's a
the
different age gap
use
from
of
20 and 17. If it was like 20 and 19,
my
20 and maybe
way
18,
here.
but 20 and 17, that's a little too
I'm gonna
much.
close this. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let me just jump
This
into
paper, the purpose of
Google
this paper is for
Forms.
it to be directed
Just
towards
pulling up some of the ones that I would
teachers
have
and policymakers in
shared
the
with you
field of
before. Let's see.
education.
Or maybe not. But let me just show you some of the ones that I've done already, and then we what is possible. Give me a moment. This is
Yeah. I'm not against an age gap, but it depends on where. You know what I'm saying? It, yeah. That's okay. Sorry for the cough. That's okay.
share my screen with
That's
you.
okay.
Here's one more.
The purpose of this paper is for it
One
to
that we
be
did for this conference.
this word
Wait.
educators and policymakers in the field of
Alright, so I'll share
education.
this one as
It
well.
is vital that
Generative AI, let me get that one.
teachers or trainers have a basic knowledge of human development, which is very necessary. Can I argue?
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen now. So I'll just show you some of the ones that I've done already and what we can do with it. So these are just some surveys. I know you would be familiar with some of these because you have seen for the activities. You would have seen some of it already. Yeah, they did this a long time ago, but they have the option to upgrade. So yeah, I'll upgrade that a little bit later. I'm just showing what you can do here. So let me hide this. And this is just a typical feedback survey, right? This was for one of the activity that we looked at, Gemini. All right. So it's the different types of questions. So you have check boxes. Now, check boxes are good when you want to allow different different or multiple, I should say, multiple responses. But usually, when you just want one response, use the radio button or the radio buttons or what we used to use for multiple choices. Alright. But notice that you also have rating scale or rating scales. There's a linear scale, really. Actually, the actual rating that they have here, let me see, is actually a rating where you can use the stars, right? We're gonna look at that shortly. But it's a linear, but I use that for the rating. And then it's always good. You don't have to make it you don't have to make it mandatory. You could make it optional, right? To give some open comments. So these are more open kind of a question. So it's a nice mix of different question types you can have for like a feedback survey. All right. It's another one that we did. This was for SysCon, one of our conferences that we host here at NCU. All right, it's one that we did, and this is just an evaluation form evaluating the event. So, well, this looks at the agenda, where it's clearly communicated, the event itself. All right, the presenters, right? Whether they're knowledgeable of the content, presentation styles, what do you enjoy most, what do you enjoy least? Will you be joining us next time? All right, so yeah, there's just so many things you can do here. This was reservation. Let's see, what was this for?
Catering to
I think this was for some. I don't remember what this was for, but anyways, yeah, this is like for a restaurant kind of a thing. Order, yeah, I think it's an order form or something like that. And so, right, you have number of persons, is kind of collecting number of persons, right? What you would like to order, and the cool thing that I like about uh, Google Forms is that you can actually utilize pictures here. So this is cool when you can see what the dish actually looks like. So okay, a vegan dish or non-vegan dish, or you could have different specific dishes here. This is just a generic thing. Then a date and time that you want to reserve that dinner for. So it was just a little table reservation thing. All right, this was a hackathon that we did.
Catering to the group identifies
So
listening to their cognitive
so this was the registration form
and
that we had created using Google Forms once again. School information, name, email, contact person, and so on and so forth. Yeah, there's code of conduct and other things that you can add to this. What I normally do is to sectionalize it. If you want to go through by sections, you can do it that way too. Content for minor, we had all of that there. Let me see. This was something else. What did I? Okay, I think I was just collecting data here based on internet quality, right? For Zoom meetings. So just a survey to, as I say, you can also use this for, collecting for research or other purposes. This was one of those that I was looking at here. So, just looking at the quality, different plans, and maybe the speed, etc. Right? Looking at whether there were challenges with getting onto Zoom or staying connected, I should say, and instability of the internet and all of that. Alright, so this one was a quiz. Okay, this one was a quiz. So, yeah, gonna look into quizzes, I guess. Alright, this one I embedded a picture here, some multiple choice. Okay, and a short answer. Alright, so, yeah. So let's see if we can create a little course feedback survey. Alright, Of course, you can start in Google Forms. All right, that's pretty much where we start. And you can click on the option for blank form. You also can do the quiz there as well, the blank quiz. All right. So for this, you can the title, so it could be course feedback. So let's make it. All right, course feedback. So it's gonna be, let's see, course feedback form. Okay, there we go. And usually you want to give the name of it the same name. Okay, could do that too. And here you have the option to customize theme. I'm gonna click on that. And here you can add your information, but I'm gonna also change the font. Let's change the font. Can change the font size for the header and so on, even for the text too. Could do that. All right. And the image you could change too, or just add something. If I had a photo already, I could have just used it here in the uploads, but I don't, so I'm just going to use one that is already here. Work on school, okay. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna work with this one. Yeah, there we go. And I'm going to add a description. Kindly share your feedback with us regarding the course. To assist us with making improvements. Thank you. Thank you in advance for your
Hi, Dennis.
so add some questions here. All right, so I'm gonna ask, how do you rate? How do you rate the? How do you rate the course? Course content. Notice it actually automatically changed. I didn't change it to linear scale. It actually changed it. It was, I think, on multiple choice or something. But because of the question I asked here, it automatically changed it. I don't know if you notice those little things when you're using like Google
Hi.
Forms, but yeah, it just did.
Okay,
You can make
so
this
how the
required once again if you
introduction?
really want them to provide you with a response. If not, you can make it optional. Or yeah, in this case, I'll just make it required. And you could use the linear scale. You could also use a rating, which is a new one that they added. It's not new anymore, but this is actually, one of the newer options. And you can change the number of stars if you want to. Okay, there are 5 stars there. I'll just leave it as it is. You can duplicate. And how do you rate the course content? How do you rate the course? Let's see, the course objectives, maybe. Or probably should have objectives. Course objectives. And then how do you rate the course content? And here we could use the linear
98.
scale, I guess. We could say this is from 1 to 5 or from 5 to 1, whichever way you look at it. So I could make this poor and make this as excellent. Okay, so it's required as well. I'm gonna duplicate as well again. And let's add.
Oh, that woman. I want Yandy jerk.
Here we Give me a
Mm-hmm.
second, please.
Mm.
All right, so we're gonna rate. How do you rate the technology tools? Well, all right. So we have the same rating scale there, and then I'm gonna add another question. Wait, let me just. I'm gonna make this as. I'm gonna duplicate this one as well. Give me a moment. 1 second, please. All right, so the facilitator. That is required. And the next, um, let's
Me
ask
realized.
you, what did you enjoy? What did you enjoy most about the course? Okay, and this is gonna be in a paragraph, just a short answer. Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it optional. I'll duplicate and ask this opposite question. What did you enjoy least about the course? And the final one is
So far, yeah.
just taking a look at it. Alright, so I thought I added the star at one point for one of these. No, I didn't. I wanted to vary it a little bit. Alright, so let me just let me hide this. And share it with you guys. I wanted to add the stars for one of these. I think it was this one. Or I could add the stars here. Objectives. Rating, really. When I said the stars, that's what I meant. To kind of give it some variety. So, yeah, looks different. There we go. Good. Another thing that I was checking out was this one, the checkbox grid, and also the this one is the multiple choice grid as well. I think you can use it for different kind of use cases, even though I was just kind of checking this out. So how do you rate the web tools discussion, etc.? yeah, so you can even use the grid to be able to do kind of like multiple ratings of different aspects. So in this case, for example, you could ask how do you rate these different aspects of the
Hi.
course, like the
Hello,
web
guys.
tools or discussions, demos, etc. Right? I was just looking at something else here with the multi grid with the checkboxes, I should say, because with this one now you have multiple options. With this is only one, okay, one option per row, but with this one you have multiple. So you could select I'm interested in AI or interested in robotics as well, etc. So there are different use cases they can use those for. So you can probably check those out as well to see how you can utilize that in your surveys. Let me see. I'm gonna go back here and I'm going to publish this one. All right. Another thing too with the publishing is that you have the option now to, because you have both those you want to add as collaborators and those that you are going to just ask to fill out the form or the survey. But let me just do this first. Let's publish it first, and then I will I'll just grab that. Okay. So for the shared options that you have, now one of the things you want to do is to kind of check on that. So you can make this restricted, but if you look at the settings here, you have the option also. Do you want editors to be able to change permissions and share? If not, you can uncheck this option, right, to make it a little bit more secure. Excuse me, in terms of managing, who has the ability to edit, or should I say change permissions, not just edit, because editors can edit, but do you want them to change permissions, right? So of course you have that restricted view for general access, but the respondents know if you want it to be anyone with the link, meaning anyone around the world who want to get access to it, you can just select that option, or you want to restrict it to just persons within the organization, you have that option
That
as
was
well.
it.
Right? So we can copy this, click on done, and I'll just give you guys here in the chat. You can. I think that's a bit long. Okay, I wanted the shorter version, but anyways, you got it. Um, so, yeah. So that's Google Form for you in a nutshell. But you also have some settings here. Not gonna make it a quiz, but you can make it a quiz if you want to. There's also an option for the responses too. You have the option to collect email addresses. If you want it to be anonymous, then you probably don't want to check that one. Okay. Depending on what it is too, do you want to allow response editing, right? You want to limit it only to one response. Right? Once again, it depends on what you're doing. If it's like a test, then you say, okay, yes, I want to limit it to one response because I don't want, students to submit multiple responses. Then you can do that. Presentation. Do you want to show progress bar? You could do that, especially if you have multiple sections. If it's like a quiz, I don't think the order shuffling it would be useful in this case. But if it's like a quiz, you could do that. Shuffle the order. Alright. Show the link to submit another one. If this is something that you allow multiple submissions, sure, you could do that too. And you have the result summary if you want to also view that. Alright.
Let's
You have the option to
see.
disable or to save. Not sure why you would want to do that because it's always good to have that option. Again, you can allow anonymity by not collecting certain information. And one moment, please.
I mean, I mean, where I argue with them for?
All right, my apologies. Yeah, so these are the settings you have to work with, so you can look at those settings and change them as you so desire. You also can link your sheet or link the responses to a sheet so that you can have a Google Sheet to be able to contain those responses, right? So yeah, so I want to see how you guys utilize your
By
Google Forms and
applying
what you
executive
are going to be creating for your activity.
according. You're so adorable.
Did we lose you?
All right, no, I'm so I'm sorry. I've just been some distractions with my children. All right, so yeah, so this is Google Forms. Once again, you can check that out in terms of the different options you have to work with and the settings and
Just
features. Just come up with
head up.
something. You can always add pictures. I mean, I showed you some of the other ones that I've done. So you can always add pictures depending on what you're trying to do, and make it more, I guess, presentable, more attractive, and so on. Right? So yeah, I want to see how you explore using Google Forms. Some of you are already pros at this, so that's fine. I'm gonna stop this share and gonna put again inside the chat the class attendance register for those who haven't yet signed the attendance. You can feel free to go ahead and do that. And the activity that we have for you is the one on Google Forms. It's in unit number 7. So you can take a look at that if that's
Just did my
activity, practice activity that you're interested in. Once again, remember that you can do any 10 of the 15 activities that we have on the practice activities we have on Moodle. All right, let me see here. Yeah, so there are 15. The last time I checked, I don't think I'm gonna add any more. So yeah, I know it's a lot. All right, guys. So that's pretty much where I'm gonna leave you for tonight. But once again, just work on
class
those
is
those
over.
different areas that you have, whether it's be the project number 1 or assignment number. Extend the time as well for those who need it. So look out for the extension accordingly, whether it be the activities or the project. But are there any questions that you have at this time?
La, 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 la. Da, da, dee, da, 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 dum. Da, da, dee, da, 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 dum. Da, 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 dee, da, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, da, dee. I'm a quarter way through the paper. I'm quarter way through the paper.
I'm sorry,
I don't
Jocelyn,
want to
you
call
have
on stress
a
on
question or
myself, but I'm a
comment?
little stressed. Rude. I don't
Okay,
know.
again,
I don't
the
know,
10
mate.
out of the 15 is
But it's
only
getting
for
to
those
me.
that are class
I need to
activities,
sleep.
right, sir?
ASAP Rocky.
We have assignments and those are not counted. It's just the ones that are class activity. We're supposed to do 10, we're supposed to choose 10 up, right?
Yes, absolutely. So the practice
Okay.
activities you can
That's the
choose
practice
in
one.
10. Yeah, you
Okay.
can choose any 10 of those activities to do. That will be fine. But assignment number one, project number one, discussion number one, discussion number two, those are mandatory, meaning you don't have a choice per se, right? For those, it's just for the practice activities. Yes,
Sir, thank you.
you're
Hello,
welcome.
Mona.
All right, so I see. Let me see here.
Mona Hamilton.
And all
Tyler.
that. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Appreciate once again your presence and your participation,
Better
your
than yours.
interaction in our session today, and look forward to seeing what you come up with in terms of your work that you're working on currently. Um, okay, another. All right.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, that's pretty much where we're leaving you once again to just continue working offline as you are online, I should say, asynchronously as you try to finish up your projects because there are two projects and work on the other areas that you have to work on. All right. So do enjoy the rest of your evening and see you all being well on Wednesday. All right, Oscar, I see your mic is open. Do you have a question or comment?
No, sir. Well, I sent you a message. It's regarding
Okay, all right. I'll take a look at it. All right.
Okay, sir. Have a good night. Good night, everyone.
Recording stopped. Have a good night. Good night as well. Okay, so that meeting is done. Let's see how much you can get done. You and them finish bicker. You and them finish bicker. You and your people finish bickering. Yeah, I'm gonna lock in on it though. I'm gonna pray and I'm gonna lock in on it and then we will see the outcome. But I know I'm submitting it tonight in Jesus' name. Amen. Alright. Time to lock in on this paper. We've gone an hour lective. We can go 2 hours on what we can achieve from the 2 hours. Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay. And other committee we gonna go study. Mm-mm. Human. Cultural differences and similarities in learning, including social properties, etc. Mm. Alright, so this one. Which one? Mm. To be effective in the classroom. Mm. It just yeah, yo. Are you? Okay. Okay, I need to master hierarchy. That's first. I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to get through this paper. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Mm-mm. Hi. Am I one of the pan girl? Am I one of the pan cause Abdul is on mine? You see? Mm-hmm. Abdul is on mine. He just told me hi a while ago. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm. I have no clue. Hi again, Abdul. What the nice we eat? Because you have girl. If you come on, I say, can me blanket, yeah? Yeah. Mm-hmm. The blanket is out. No man, trust me, you soon grab one panny. Tell us say hotter than this, yeah. Hi Kelly. Hi guys. I am freezing cold. I'm freezing cold, darling. But I have, let me see how much words do I have right now. 197 plus 98. How much that? Plus 98. 295. Lastly, be knowledgeable on the stages of human development. Improves classroom management. Hello. Heavy. Dense. This. Kitty is here. Cold as ice. I'm gonna go on a call now and I'm gonna see if I can like get this paper done because I'm so defeated. I'm so sleepy. I'm so tired at this point. I'm like, it's whatever. Hello, Kelly. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to get some company to like not make me fall asleep right now. I could literally fall asleep right now. Hello, Jesus. Guys, if you're new and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and let's grow and glow in this space together. I'm just me not to know me a taxi. Just me a talk to no. I'm gonna know me a taxi to me out of it. I'm like so out of it. At the moment. So guys, that will be all for tonight. I'm gonna try and get through the last 100 and like 50 words of this thing so I can finish in time. I'm so sleepy. Good night.